I don't know, Vanguard groups, I guess, and some group chats and Messenger. Okay, I'm done with sharing the stream to multiple group chats and Vanguard groups that are, I guess, generic. Besides the Link Joker and Brant Gate Relief team ones, I'm gonna pour myself a drink first. Let me go through this video. It's almost 12 a.m. I'm kind of tired. Well, I've been tired for almost a month now. Should I show the stream what I'm drinking? I don't know. The video might get deleted if I show what I'm drinking. So I'm not gonna show what I'm putting, but you guys can figure out what I'm drinking. I'm gonna show the drink, I guess. Whew. I hope I make this stream as short as possible. It's just a deck list, the profile. I'll try to make the list explanation of why the list is like this as short as possible, I guess. I'm gonna use Flash, and I'll turn off all uh notifications in order to make the stream wait. Okay. I've turned off every other single app in my phone for the battery to not be burned out as faster as it is when all the other apps are running in the background. I'm so tired. So Liana, this is what I'm drinking. It's basically a mix of one orange drink, kind of a Fanta orange drink, and then a red drink and ice. But the ice is kind of melted. Cheers, I guess. So, as you've read in the title, it's the Star Vader's V Premium like profile live because I'm too lazy to edit. We'll start with the grade threes, I guess. I'm running a buttload of grade threes, but I've cut down the grade three searcher since there's so much grade three in the deck. Of course, you can't really call it Star Vaders, I guess, if you don't run Chaos Breaker Dragon. Other people might just go with IZD Nebula Lord build, but I I feel there's no the twist of having chaos is much sweet. So I'm running three of it. The reason why is I have so much grade threes. These are all grade threes. I think everybody knows that chaos gains 10,000 power as long as there's a lock card. Either it's in the Vanguard or Record Circle. Its skill is basically second skill act, counter blast. You give your opponent a force marker, then you get to choose one of their triggers and lock it. And its last skill is the something kind of very interesting because yeah, it reflects back to the original Case Breaker skill, I guess. But this time, is besides retiring the unlock card and just drawing, you get to gain two markers, force markers for every record, I guess, that is retired. Is that right? I'm not gonna read the skill. That's basically it. Opponent loses two gifts. You get one gift for every gift they have lost. So that's the Chaos Breaker Dragon. I'm running three copies only because I have more grade threes in the deck. This deck is basically all the available Star Vader boss grade 3 in the V Premium format put into one deck. Next we have here is Infinite Zero. I really like Infinite Zero's skill. It's basically an on ride to the place on the Vanguard Circle or when rolled upon. Pay its cost, discard and counter plus one. Choose on your opponent's regards, lock it. Then if the damage on us 4 or more, it's basically mirroring to the limit break era. Alert break skill. Four more cards in your damage zone. Choose one of your guard proponents front row and back row instead. So I really like going with this card in the around mid game to late game in order to continuously have two cards in the opponent's field lock. Another one of my combo plays that I do is have this previously be my grade 3 in the Vanguard Circle, then ride another Infinite Zero, pay both of its costs, you get to lock 4. But it's gonna be taxing since it's a counter blast to discard 2. Same time, small small price to pay to ensure that the opponent's field or at least 4 of the opponent's trigger circles are locked. They can't really move unless you're fighting Grand SL Scissors. Is that the right term? I saw cat. Uh yeah. Also, I find it really interesting that IZD second skill, the continuous works as well, not only in the Vanguard circle but also in the trigger circles. It gains 5,000 power up for each opponent's luck card. So a few minutes ago, I was playing in Discord. I fought someone. I think it was Neo Nectar. I had one of my IZDs be pumped into. There's three locks or four locks. So this basically 33k by itself, one force marker. Big swing of 43 with a boost of 8k from Craving Claw. That's a 51. And I also have a Nebula Vanguard, so that's another 10 or 15, 20k for each star for every Star Vader unit in the field. So a really big swing. Yeah, so yeah, I'm running Nebula Lord. So that's Infinite Zero Dragon. I'm running three to make an equal ratio, I guess. And yes, I'm also running three of the Nebula Lord Dragon. Nebula Lord came handy. It's the right term. Has been a great help for clans that doesn't really live out regards because Nebula Lord gains drive plus one if there's no rear guard opponent's back row once you've paid the axe skill. So the axe skill is basically pay a cost of soul plus one, retire one of your rear guards with Star Vader, then your opponent chooses one of their rear guards and locks it. If there's no lock card in your back row, as I've said, it gets drive plus one to the end of turn. If there's no cards, if no cards were locked by using the axe skill, your opponent has to look at the top card of the deck and put it into an open triggered circle as lock. So kind of good way to play against clans that doesn't live out regards or clans that have their rears be retired at the end of turn. I think that's Grand Blue or Pale Moon that sucks out all the rears and of turn put into the soul again. So there's no rears. So great card for those kind of matchups. Also great card if you've already fully locked up all of five basic triggered circles of the opponent. Since you eat up the axles. Yeah, I have fought so many axle decks with this. The win ratio is kinda high. I probably lost via lock when opponent locks out by double drive checking both triggers and I have two to pass or I deck out. There's there's actually uh, a scenario wherein I lost by deck out. The Vanguard Circle skill is quite nice as well. It gives out what do you call this 5,000 power up for each of your opponent's luck cards to all of your units with Star Vader. So it's stated that units also powers up by itself. So hand in hand, it's great for matchups with no regards left in the field, or you already locked up all of their regards circles, maybe using Infinite and Chaos Breaker and the Barol, the grade 1, that basically doesn't allow your opponent to unlock their cards in their next end phase. They have to wait for the following end phase. After that, I'm so sorry. It's already 10 minutes. I'm still a grade threes. So that's a skill. A great card. I don't know why other people doesn't see the use of it. Uh, I myself have seen and have experienced how useful Nebula Lord is. I'm running four. Nordstrom because there's no other counter charge in right now for Chaos and V Premium. I think there is, but it's not exactly a counter charge. It's basically bind two. I think there's a grade two in Clan Selection one. Is it Clan Selection one where Chaos came from? I don't remember. It's bind two. If you don't bind two, you get to either. I think it's both soul charge and counter charge, but I'm not running that grade two because it's not a counter charge. It's just mitigating the cost paid since the cost for that skill is a counter blast. So yeah, I'm running for Nordstrom. Gate Force comboing up with this card since this needs an open trigger circle to have a lock card from the top deck. Also a great card for counter charging, obviously. So those are all the grade threes for we're just in the grade threes. It's already 12 minutes. Oh my god. I'm gonna speed up the explanation. We're moving to the grade twos. I only run 10 grade twos. Yeah, 10 only. We're going straight to the first Star Vader grade 2 that is a triple rare release back in Can Selection. Zirconiums. Zirconiums are a great card to have as a set off. When your Vanguard is Star Vader, you just pay the counter blasting one. Your opponent looks at the top of their deck. They have to call it to an open R as a lock card, but they get to choose where they'll call it. If they choose to put it in the front row as a lock card, you basically don't get the bonus of 10,000 power up for this card and a draw. But if they put it in the back row, you get a 10,000 power for Zirconium and a draw. So there's a bit of an advantage if you already lock up your front row and use this. Next is Zirconium. Second skill, the continuous. Pretty pressure play, I guess, since your Vanguard, that is grade 3, Star Raider Vanguard, the original crit becomes twice or two as long as your opponent has a lock card. At least one. Also, your opponent's Vanguard needs to be grade 3 or greater, I think, yeah. Oh, it's not necessarily limited to Star Vader. That's quite interesting. Hmm. Never thought of running it for other builds, but it's kind of limited to Star Vader. Next is the Clan Collection Volume 2, I think. This is Colony Maker. Colony Maker is basically a superior call. Back then, Colony Maker is limited, I think, to superior calling a grade 1 Vanguard with 6,000 power. But now, this Colony Maker that they rebooted with its Tick Ties, looks only the top 5 for Star Vader and call it to rear as rest. But if there's a lock card, you can call it a stand. It's kind of double cost, Soul Blast and discard one. Kaya I find it hard to manage the resource for this deck, but the it helps out that it's a lock mechanic since it slows down your opponent's plus and power creeping. The number of attacks is limited, so you don't really need to worry about your hand cards as much as you normally would do with a normal deck. Last grade on the list is Raidon, a new card from Clan Selection Volume 4. Is that right? I don't know. Raidon here is basically super cool from the drop by Soul Blasting 1, but if your soul has one or less cards, basically it's a it's free real estate as they say. So I call it to the rear same column as your rear guard starving its card name. So it's kinda limited to you actually have to have a rear guard in order to call this from the drop. So maybe that's the downside. Need to make a bit of downside and not make every single Starvader card overpowered, I guess, because a lot of people keep on what is getting angry whenever Starvader overly what got this consistently tops back then. So I guess that's the reason why the new review and discussion team of Bushiroad or Vanguard is designing these cards with drawbacks like this. Then secondary skills basically when it attacks at the end of battle, when your opponent would call cards from hand to Guardian Circle. It's basically that grade 3 card. Is it the one from Nova Grappler? A 2 to card, 2 to guard? I forgot. It's Musashi in in Murakumo. Zero cost, but there's a grade 3 Vanguard skill, I guess, that gives out the 2 to guard skill to one of your units in Nova Grappler back in V Booster 1. So yeah, it's 2 to guard and at the battle bind this unit. So there's another drawback. You can't keep on reviving the card. Once you swing it for that turn, you have to say goodbye to it. Unless there's a support in the future when the bound cards, you have bound cards, gets returned to your deck. I don't know if they'll do that. It's basically becoming Nobatama. Is that Nobatama? Nobatama OG Nobatama. So that's the great lineup. Uh, it's not much there, I guess. At least they're all Star Vaders. The only Star Vader in this list right now is this and the Deletor and the Triggers, since I don't know why they didn't make it the Star Vaders. So let's go straight to the grade ones. I'm also running 10 grade ones only. Of course, I'm running the Barul. Barul is basically, is it a mechanic Omega Lock, 2 turns lock? When plays Pain of Soul Blasting 1, opponent cannot turn his or her cards face up during his or her next turns and face. Works great in Deletor, works great in, well, in Star Vader. So, oh yeah, also you can counter charge. I've used this quite a lot. I'm thinking of running 4, but I really have limited space since I run all of the grade 3s of the Star Vader archetype in V Premium. So if you want to have more space, I suggest, if here's a suggestion, you can cut out Nebula Lord, I guess, but I really like Nebula Lord, so I'm not gonna cut it out. 3 copies of the Barul. This is skill that I explained. We're going for the clan selection grade ones before the new one, Raidon. So Craving Claw is a Greek card. It's an on-hit early game grade 1 Vanguard or Darker Circle skill. And it hits the Vanguard, opponent's Vanguard. Look at the top 5. Oh, look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck. Reveal up to 1 card with Star Vader. Discard them from among them and put it in the shuffler deck. There's no drawback. It's a great design because it's kind of bad if you get to +1 then you discard. There's no plus if that's the case. Then the axe skill is kind of complementing to Chaos Breaker's last skill, the auto skill with Soul Blast 1 when opponent's unit is unlocked. Retire that, then up to 2 gifts from opponent, remove, gain 2 force markers. This helps out the axe skill because it's put it to the soul as a cost. As long as your opponent's Vanguard is greater, choose one of your opponent's lock cards and unlock it. If you unlock a card, choose on your opponent's triggers that is not uh, other than the unit that was unlocked and lock it. Swap lock, I guess that's a term, helps out in activating the fourth skill of Chaos Breaker. Around main phase. Yeah, it's a main phase combo. Is it combo? Yu-Gi-Oh has 20 10 to 20 step combos, so Vanguard combos, especially V Premium, is not that hard to do. Last grade 1 in the list, we have here Neon. Oh, I thought this Raidon. The Raidon is a grade 2. Neon here is basically another card that you can revive from the drop as long as you pay its cost of counter blasting 1 at the beginning of your battle phase. Call it to untriggered circle, same column as your opponent's lock card. So another limitation they put in there. You just can't call it anywhere. You have to have a lock card. Your opponent has to have a lock card in order for you to play this card. And the last auto skill of it is basically at the end of your opponent's turn, if your opponent did not unlock any lock cards, bind this unit. So yeah, there's another limitation on how many times you can use it. It's fair, I guess, because if there's no limitation how much you can use the new Neon and Raidon reboots, I think they'll be broken if if you just keep on reviving them from drop. So yeah, that's the grade one list. Uh, we're moving to the grade threes. No, triggers. I can't call them grade zeros because there's a grade three hill in there. So of course I'm running the Cyber Dragon starter to keep with the team. I'm running six crits. There's no effect crits yet. The premium. I feel that they'll release those because they keep on releasing effect triggers in standard and in premium. Running for Cosmorite. Is that Cosmorite? Cosmoret? Uh Draw Sentinel, draw perfect card. Because why would I run crit sentinels in this deck? There's literally almost no draw engine. Other besides is there another draw engine in this deck? Actually no. A lot of the units here just have discard cost like Colony Maker and Infinite Zero, and Nebula retires one of your rare cards. You need to have at least. I've been using this deck for how many weeks now? I don't remember. When was it? March 4? Today is March. It's March 29 now. So almost 25 days, a month. And this is basically the optimal trigger lineup that I've been using. I have no deck up a deck out problems with this list. It's just a balanced build, I guess. You can go with seven crits if you want, but I've found that lacking in terms of hand size. So I went with 6-6. There's no front in Link Joker V Premium. So we're kind of limited to this. But if there's a front trigger in V Premium, I'll probably cut down it to 3-3, three fronts, three crits, then six draws, I guess. Then I'm not running a set of this because, as I've said, the deck is kind of limited with resources. Uh, and also, by grade 2, there are times that I want counter blast, I guess. So I just take the damage and not guard. So I've limited myself to two copies of this. Uh, this came in handy when there's a when I match against clans that are rushing already around grade 1 or grade 2 turn. So very great card to have. At least two. If you're feeling that you want to run four, you can run four. I'm using my own preference here. Two copies of Oblivion Quasar Dragon. Then for my build, two copies of the normal V Heal. So yeah, that's the list. Oh, good lord, I feel so tired. I don't know why. I've been sleeping for almost a whole day, but I feel so tired. Ah, good lord. So that's the list. It's 23 minutes and 45 seconds already. I'm just gonna plug. I'll put it in the description when this is fully uploaded in the channel. Check the link below for Shopee of my allied hosting in Bitdown, Bitdown, Bulacan Card Shop. Link for my Facebook if you want to join hostings. I am hosting volume 5 and 6 of Weekland Collections later this year. I am allied with D Booster 5 case break hosting. I am allied with two Premium Collection 2022 hostings. What else am I allied for? Festival, I'm not feeling it, so I'm not gonna go with them. I'm just gonna buy the heel somewhere. Two copies only, probably. What else can I plug? Good lord, I don't remember. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, hopefully. Share the video if you want. I don't know. It helps if you do. comment any suggestions for the build. I guess since I'm not gonna sell this deck, this is gonna stay with me for a long time. And I'm also gonna have a Glendios by the time Volume 6 drops. So you'll see another video with that. What else? Hit that bell button for notification of future uploads or live streams. Right now, I'm doing live stream. Hopefully, the audio and the video feed is okay since I'm at my house with a decent, I guess, Wi-Fi connection. Unlike the other live stream wherein I'm outside, mobile data kind of sucks. So there's that. Did I say everything? Leave a like, comment, constructive criticism, I guess. Share. Yeah, I've already said that. Oh yeah, the the most important part. If you can, if you're feeling generous, I'd love it if you've subscribed. I'm 197 subs. Three more to go, and I'm gonna hit 200 subs. So it will be a huge help if you'll be the if one of you guys are gonna sub. So yeah, that's it. Oh my god, my drink melted already. Cheers to that. Thank you for watching the live stream, I guess. And see you hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not so tired like right now so that I can make another video tomorrow. Maybe a card fight. I don't know. It depends if there's gonna be a visitor tomorrow. But if there's no visitor tomorrow when I'm in a coffee shop chilling, I'll probably just try to edit one of the videos in my phone. So I'm gonna cut down the video. End the stream since it's already 27 minutes. Thank you.